let's check out 31 through 35 on the 7th grade MCA packet. Number 31 gives us two similar triangles. So JKL is similar to triangle PQR. And then they tell us a couple other things in here, but they also show us the stuff on the diagram. So the biggest thing to know is that if you have two similar triangles, their sides are proportional to each other. So if I look at side JK and side PQ, those sides correlate to each other and they should be in proportion to each other. So that means if it takes me times 4 to get from 3 to 12, then every other side is also going to be times 4. We know that we have an isosceles triangle here. That means this will also be 12. Now if you didn't know that it was going to be 12, remember you're taking that times 4 to get your other side here. So that means I would take 6 times 4 to give me 24 here. Alright, and I started solving this before I even told you what we're looking for. So hopefully you read the question here. It wants to know what the perimeter of PQR is. Alright, and you'll notice they give you A, 12, B, 24. These are choices of sides that you already figured out. You have to be careful. They want the perimeter, but they give you these answers of steps that you've done along the way, so it's tempting to circle them. Make sure you completely finish the problem and know what they're asking for. So I got to add up all of these things. 12 plus 12, which is 24, plus this 24 gives me 48 feet for a perimeter of that triangle. Alright, so unlike what I just did there, make sure you read the question first. I mean, I did. I didn't read it out loud. I knew what I was looking for. So, alright, number 32. A map uses a scale factor of 1.5 centimeters equals 20 miles. If two cities are 15 centimeters apart on the map, how far apart are the two cities in real life? Lots of different ways to do this. I would set up a proportion. 1.5 centimeters is to 20 miles, as 15 centimeters is to X miles, and just make sure everything's lined up. Alright, and what I would do is you could do a fish method. You could do a cross multiply divide here, but I would just look at, okay, to get from 1.5 to 15, I could multiply by 10, meaning I can get X by multiplying 20 by 10, which is 200. So 200 miles is what we're looking for that one. So again, lots of different ways there. Alright, number 33 is kind of interesting. They give us a triangle in a coordinate grid for number 33. And it says we have a translation that takes place. And it's kind of goofy and funky notation here. So let's just kind of read on and see what's going on here. A translation means we're moving something. So it says a translation was used to move triangle JKL to triangle J prime, K prime, L prime. That's what these little guys stand for. Okay. So the coordinate grid above shows J prime, K prime, L prime. What are the coordinates of point J? Now point J is part of that original triangle that they moved. Okay. So they're showing us the post image of the translation. So we need to find the original position of point J. Now the problem is finding the exact point, because they don't give us, they give me some funky stuff here. I don't know if that's a typo or not, but we can use process of elimination here to figure this out. So if this is the post image of the triangle after the translation, that means all my y coordinates were moved up 3. So if I wanted to find the original position of these, at least in the y direction or vertical direction, I would subtract 3 or go down 3. So I know this much. Excuse me. I know this much. This point here would move down 3. 1, 2, 3. Now that doesn't mean it's here, because, like I said, I don't know what's going on with the x value, if they subtracted 2, added 2, or whatever. So we can't find that exact position. You could figure it out once we write our answer, but here's what I do know. J originally was at -5, somewhere down here, okay? And there's only one answer that gives you down 5 as a coordinate. it's this one. So apparently the original position of j was at -1, -5, which is right here. So it looks like they subtracted 2 from x, so that should be a minus, and then added 3 to move this up to where it was in the translation. So kind of a goofy one there. Like I said, I don't know if it was a typo, but we have enough information to select A for the answer. Alright, number 34 uses a stem and leaf plot through 36 here. And I'll put 36 on the next video just to stay consistent. So they want to know, first of all, what's the mean height or the average height of students in the class. Remember, the stem tells you this is the tens place here, so this means 48, 48, 49, 49, 49. So I've got 2 48s and 3 49s there. And to get my average, I'm going to add up everything and divide by however many numbers there are. I already added this up on my calculator, so I could be at a schedule here. If you add up all these numbers, now remember it's 48, 48, 49, you get 840, and then there are 15 total numbers, and if you do 840 divided by 15, you get 56. So your average height is 56 inches. Alright, now to figure out the median, you can actually leave things just the way they are if you want to, because everything's already in order, and you're looking for that middle number. Or you could rewrite it so that everything's kind of in the way that you like it, if you like the straight line stuff. But what we're going to do is work our way to the middle. And we get a middle number of, now that means 57 would be our median number, or the middle number. Alright, so there we go. That is all I've got for 31 to 35, and next will be our last section of 5 questions.